tells this in the news today that the government insists planned changes to childcare provision will improve standards and cut costs in the long term. The rules are being changed so that childminders and nurseries can have more children in the care of each adult. The nurseries would need to meet higher standards, though, on staff training. Critics say that could affect the quality of care. Well, Wirral-based Daisy and Jake was shortlisted for Nursery Chain of the Year for 2012. Pam Edwards manages its Spittal Nursery and is on the line to me now. Hi there, Pam.
Hi.
What do you make of what the government have said today?
Well, I'm astounded. Initially, we feel that it would compromise the quality of individual care for our children. It would definitely compromise what we're able to give at the moment. If we employed all staff at higher levels and higher salaries, it doesn't give us any more arms or legs to help us care for the children and to keep them safe and to respond to their needs as and when they come up. I'm just astounded.
Do you not think it's right that your staff should have a minimum level of English and mathematics if they are, sort of semi-educating the children at that age?
Of course, we feel they should have a minimum. A very large majority of our staff have higher level qualifications, foundation degrees and degrees.
And you would check that at interview, would you?
We do.
Yeah.
We always do. We check everything at interview, and of course it does depend upon the level that they're actually applying for. We have staff who work with children from 3 months old right up into our preschools. But that doesn't mean to say that they all need to be fully highly qualified degree people.
Sure.
We need people who are able to care for children, to give them love and not just educate. Even though education is vitally important, care is just as vitally important.
Yeah.
And certainly calling us early years educators discounts anything on the care side of childcare, which is such a shame because for years we have been fighting to ensure that we are considered to be carers as well as educators.
But hang on, Pam, we're not talking about a huge increase in numbers here, are we? It's going to go up from, in the case of 1-year-olds, it's going to go to 4 1-year-olds instead of 3 and 6 2-year-olds instead of 4. So we're only talking about, a couple of extra children here and there.
But they're not packages that are going to be in drawers. They're children who are running around a room who need guidance, they need love, they need caring for, they need educating. We wouldn't be able to offer the level of experiences that we're able to give now if we've now got 4 babies. Have you ever tried to care for 4 babies at home?
I haven't. I've done 2 and that was hectic enough.
Yes, I can imagine.
And it is true, isn't it? One extra does make quite a big difference.
It makes a big difference. Looking at my nursery today on the new guidelines, I would have needed 4 staff less than I had in today. That would have been quite a few children who wouldn't have had those wow moments, those individual times that mean so much to those children, because all those roles that those girls did today, they wouldn't be there to do.
However, it will mean, won't it, that you will be getting more money in and therefore will make more money, you'll make more profit. That's good for you, isn't it?
But is it? If you're compromising the quality of care for the children, parents are not going to be bringing us their children to care for and educate because it's fundamentally wrong. We will not be able to keep the quality that we've got now. And I wouldn't want my children to be looked after in those ratios.
Right, so you do think that these extra little few numbers are going to make all the difference?
I actually do. We've had a huge drive over the last few years to raise outcomes for the children. By altering these ratios, I feel that we're seriously compromising that and the outcomes for children will be reduced. You're not looking at preschool children who are 3 and 4 and very much able to learn for themselves with good environmental control around them. You're talking babies, babies who need support now, not in 10 minutes time when somebody's got time to look at them.
You've spoken very passionately about that. Thanks a lot for being on the programme.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Pam Edwards.
By all means as well, we have set up a Facebook page, so any parents want to comment on our Facebook page, we will make sure that it goes into the consultation.
How do we find out? Is it Daisy and Jake?
Go to Daisy and Jake's website and we have a Facebook link.
As this in the news today, the government insists planned changes to childcare provision will improve standards and cut costs in the long term. The rules are being changed so that childminders and nurseries can have more children in the care of each adult. Nurseries would need to meet higher standards, though, on staff training. Critics say that could affect the quality of care. Well, Wirral-based Daisy and Jake Music was shortlisted for Nursery Chain of the Year for 2012. Pam Edwards manages its Spittle Nursery and is on the line to me now. Hi there, Pam.
Hi.
What do you make of what the government have said today?
Well, we founded. Initially, we feel it would compromise quality of individual care for our children. It would definitely compromise what we're able to do at the moment. If we employed all staff at higher levels and higher salaries, it doesn't give us any more arms or legs to help us care for the children and to keep them safe and to respond to their needs.